from downtown Cleveland and Progressive Field. We're ready for MLB The Show's Game of the Week. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Cleveland Guardians. John Shelby alongside Chris Singleton. And Singy, we're going to see a nice little win streak put to the test today.
Yeah, these guys are really...
The man, Thomas, stepping in now for the Yankees. Chris, he's definitely going to finish the year with a new career high in homers. We just don't know how many he's going to hit quite yet. And that one hammered. That's back there. Out of here.
Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the Guardians DH, Vince Kinslow. Lifted in the air, right field. Teal grabs it on the run.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Now playing second, number 30.
And first offering is fouled off. Thomas, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, a splitter, and he occasionally uses a curve.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Fought off foul.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Back to the dugout after watching 103 go by. Not much you can do against that pitch. Nothing doing for the offense. Bottom of the inning. And here's the first baseman, Milt Walker. Just missed.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
And a swing and a miss.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
The 1-2. In the air, right side. Teal under it. And out number one on the grab. Here's the power hitting catcher, Scott McGee. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Next pitch is outside.
When you got a catcher like this guy with a big arm like that behind the plate, it really shuts down the running game.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, I'll say this as a former position player and base stealer. When you come into a game and you've got a guy like this behind the dish with a big arm, you really have to change your approach. You can't try to steal because you'll get thrown out. Maybe get a little bigger lead, be aggressive on the secondary. But this type of guy shuts the running game down.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Quezada tracks it. 2 outs, base is empty.
On the mound, he's got to remember his offense can score a lot. So if he can hit the reset button from here going forward, there's still...
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add on. It's 4-0.
He wasted no time in that at bat, swinging at the first pitch, and he punished it.
Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. Thomas back to work. That one in triple digits. Guerrero with some impressive production lately. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And there's one down. At the plate, Rylan Mott.
He's been doing a good job knocking in his teammates. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
1 out, bases empty. Next offering is fouled back.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
One down, bases empty. Pumping serious gas at 102 on that one.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Nasim Nunez in the box now. No balls and a strike. And a swing and a miss.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
This one in the air.
You got it.
Santiago squeezes it, and that's the third out. Swing and a miss, strike one.
These hitters have come out ready to swing the bats early in the count and swing it often. If you want to score some runs, have an offensive explosion, that can be a route to doing it.
0-2.
This one in the air.
You go. Ball.
One down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Here's the second baseman, Richard Barney. He's 0 for 1. All right, Siggy, trivia time. Back when this ballpark opened, 1994, one future Hall of Famer hit the first triple in the park, and another hit the first homer by a Cleveland player. Think you know who they were?
Okay, I know that Ken Griffey Jr. hit the first triple here, but first homer for Cleveland. Give me a hint.
Switch hitter. That's all you're getting.
Oh, dude. Eddie Murray, no doubt.
Bam. The Yankees leading by 5. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Gets under it and pops it up. Sierra. 2 away now.
Well, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. On the run, sends it over to first, and he beats the throw. Shows off the wheels right there, an infield single.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. Milt Walker digs in for the Guardians. Flied to right his first time.
Well, a big lead like this is comfortable many times, but not when these two teams are matching up. You got to continue to keep your head down, play catch with that catcher, and just try to move through this lineup.
And first offering is fouled off. Now fly ball to right center. Schaefer on the move to the alley and makes the grab. And that is the third out of the inning. One hit, one left. On to the top of the fifth we go. It's the Yankees 5 and the Guardians nothing. These two offenses can put up runs in a hurry. There's the strike.
There it was. Oh, here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Guerrero ranging back, and it hits the fence.
Now batting, third baseman.
So up next, Edward Sierra. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Safe at second with a stolen base. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. That's the first fastball we've seen today. Made it look easy. We head to the bottom of the fifth. And now Scott McGee. You think back to 2017, and Cleveland set a major league record. 22 consecutive wins they had. It was capped off with a 10-inning walk-off win. Pretty amazing streak and a big part of the history of this yard. And he blows that one by him at 100.
And I remember early in that season covering them and talking to their staff and players, and they didn't feel like they had really clicked yet. Now, when I went back to do some research, looking at metrics like base runs, I realized they weren't scoring runs at the rate in which the data was saying they should be at. So the numbers were saying it was just a matter of time until they would take off. Little did we know that it would convert into a 22-game winning streak, and it took the baseball world by storm.
I love when you talk nerd to me. And it's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Santiago hauls it in, 2 away.
The right fielder, number 33.
So digging in, Nino Guerrero. He's 0 for 1. Guerrero, a former Gold Glove winner, 26 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And is welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Thomas back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Just missed.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Going to count 1 and 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Fights that one away. Still 1 and 2.
100 miles an hour, foul that off. That's a good piece of swinging. I won't say hitting because he didn't get a knock, but a good piece of swinging to keep the at-bat alive.
Registers the punch out and hits 101.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, you know, it was a ball, whatever, but just the location with that velocity. It's hard enough, to, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
Nunez
0-1's the count.
now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Right through there for a strike. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Next offering popped in the air, right field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there are 2 outs. So the Guardians lineup turns over, and now the DH, Vince Kinslow. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Now this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
And there's a foul ball. The Guardians with a lot of ground to make up here in the bottom of the 6th. Got him. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the
0-1's the
clubhouse?
count.
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45.
Whoa.
And I'd ask these guys, you're making millions of dollars. Why can't you go to a stylist and get your hair done? You're coming to the clubhouse pressuring me to cut your hair before a game.
This one in the air.
Ball.
Sierra makes the grab, 1 away. So up next, Victor punts, 1 for 2. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late? That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
In the air, left side. Quezada sizes this one up, puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. And now Milt Walker. And first offering is fouled off.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Fights it off. He'll see another. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Strikes him out with 104. Here in Cleveland, digging in, the man Thomas. That one ripped right center field. Way back there. That one is gone.
He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked. Terrific job in this game. He scattered 2 hits and pretty dominant, efficient with his pitch.